Jesus really can't make today's message more clear. And hopefully we all pray at least the Our Father every day. And so we know just how clear this message of the gospel is. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. If we want to be a disciple of Jesus, forgiveness is part of discipleship. And that's hard. Nothing about being a disciple of Jesus is easy. If it were, then we'd have a whole bunch of people in church today. But being a disciple of Jesus is very hard. And forgiveness certainly isn't anywhere among the easiest things of being a disciple. A couple months ago, a dear friend of our family was in the hospital, and while she needed a surgery that wasn't life-threatening, her heart and the anesthesia caused her a lot of anxiety, and so she asked me to come and anoint her. She was afraid that the anesthesia and her heart problem would kill her. She ended up living. She's very much alive and getting healthy now. But when I went to meet with her, she spent the whole time complaining and telling me about all of these family members who have upset her over the years, and then she got onto the list of who's not invited to her funeral, and who's not allowed to have this necklace, and who can't have these dolls, and of course she's leaving it all up to me. I'm like, why me? But I just felt so sad for her, because she had every reason to believe to herself that her life was going to end during this surgery, and she was going to go meet her Maker with all of this anger and resentment in her heart. And a lot of these issues, she told me, are older than I've been alive. And they're with family members who are dead. And she's still holding on to it. And it didn't matter what I told her or how I tried to make her feel better or bringing up this very gospel story to her. She was still going to hold on to that anger, and I pray that she lets that go. But that's why Jesus wants forgiveness to be part of the equation when we look at discipleship. See, Jesus wants us to be totally free to do God's will for our life, whether that's being a great parent or a priest or a religious, or within your careers if you're helping people with whatever your job is, or teaching, or whatever you do as your vocation, whether it's sacramental or occupational. Jesus wants us to be totally free. And we all know, because we've all been there, when we hold on to this anger and this resentment towards people, that takes over our life. And it doesn't free us. Rather, it just ties us down even more. Because now that whatever happened, we let a family member stay with us and they ended up stealing all the silver and they ran off to Bora Bora, right? Okay, yeah, we can be really upset about that, and that's a righteous anger. And Jesus got angry. We see in the scriptures, he flips tables because he has a righteous anger. All right, Jesus isn't always these butterflies and rainbows we paint him to be, right? So Jesus does have righteous anger. We can be angry about that family member who steals our silver and flies away. But if we hold on to that anger and resentment, then we'll never trust a single person ever again. We'll never allow the stranger to come into our home who needs help because we've been burned before. And now God isn't saying don't be prudent, okay? So we still need to be prudent and watch out for those things. God doesn't want us to just put a stupid sign on our heads and let anyone take advantage of us. But it does mean to not let that anger control your life to the point of you shutting yourself away and isolating yourself and not allowing yourself to be an instrument of God's love, but also you don't allow others to show you God's love. And that's why we say and believe, and Jesus tells us, will be forgiven of our sins just as easily as we forgive others their sins. It's not easy, and it's certainly just. It may not sound merciful, but it's just, and it is merciful. God gave us the greatest example of mercy on the cross. That's what we're supposed to do. And we're going to be treated in the same way as we treat others. After Mass last night, one of the parishioners came up to me, and I love this, I will end with this. She told me this quote, I don't know who said it. "Resentment is a poison that we drink in hopes that it kills the other person." It's not the happiest note to end on at 8:15 in the morning, but as we receive the bread of life this morning, let's hope that we allow Jesus to kill whatever that poison is that we've drunk, so that we can be free and live in his light and love.